Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking through some MLB player props I like for today, for Saturday, July the 2nd. We do have a lot of games on Saturday. I think there's like 17 games total today. I think we have 2 doubleheaders. There's a lot of day games today. We do have a split slate, but I want to say that, a lot of the games for today do come during the day. I think there's only like 3 or 4 night games, so wanted to go ahead and get this video out, try and get it out, the night before, uploading this on Friday night, so you guys have plenty of time to get these plays in before these games starts. All the plays that I like for today that I found at first look that I'm going to share in this video, they all come in the 4 o'clock games, so again, hopefully you'll be able to get all these in before those games start. But yeah, guys, we'll talk through 3 plays I found that I liked at first look, taking a first look at the board on Friday night. We'll talk through these 3 plays. We'll share why I like them. Before we do, though, we'll recap our plays from Friday night. And Friday night wasn't a bad night. Did not get a clean sweep, sadly, but we did go 2-1 on the 3 plays that we gave out Friday night. Hit the over on Lance Lynn's fantasy score. That one hit very easily. Lance Lynn had a really good game. Pitched 6 innings, didn't allow any runs. I think he had 5 strikeouts or 4 strikeouts. Finished with like 37 fantasy points, and we just needed 25 from him. Wasn't too much of a sweat. Byron Buxton, we hit his over total bases. That one was definitely a sweat. It actually came down to his last at bat. If you were watching the game or if you were paying attention, Byron Buxton was 0 for 3 heading into the bottom of the 9th inning. He came up to bat in the bottom of the 9th inning and hit a walk-off home run, and obviously went over his bases with that home run. So that one hit. Sadly, though, the one play that didn't hit was the over on Roansy Contreras strikeouts, and man, Contreras just had a bad game. He started off well because the first at bat against Christian Yelich, he struck out Christian Yelich in his first the first batter he faced. So I was feeling pretty good about it after he got a strikeout in his first batter that he faced, and then after that it just went all downhill. I think Contreras gave up like 7 runs. He gave up multiple home runs. He barely, I don't even think he made it out of the 2nd inning. He just got absolutely blown up, and it is what it is. I like that matchup a lot against the Brewers. The Brewers, they haven't really been hitting the ball that well, hitting the ball that well lately, and they have been striking out a lot, as we talked about in yesterday's video. So I don't really regret the Contreras play. Obviously, I did not expect him to get absolutely destroyed like he did. I knew there was a chance he'd give up some runs, but I thought he would still be able to get us 5 strikeouts, and he didn't even make it through 2 innings, just because he got destroyed. So we move on to Saturday. Hopefully you guys still made some money, though. I would definitely recommend right now just do flex plays with the plays I give out, because it seems like, I don't know why, we just can't get a clean sweep. It seems like we go 2-1 like every single night. I don't know why, but there's always one person that lets us down. So hopefully you guys have been doing some flex plays, or maybe you mix and match, did a 2-pick with Buxton and Lynn. Hopefully you guys made some money Friday, but again, we'll talk through the 3 plays I like for Saturday slate. Before we get started, guys, hit that like button. I always appreciate you guys checking out these videos every day. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. Also, make sure to check out Prizepicks and sign up for Prizepicks using my promo code Noah. Prizepicks will match your first deposit up to $100 when you do sign up with my promo code, and feel free to take a look at the board Prizepicks has available. They have a lot of props up for MLB already as of Friday night when I'm making this video. They have a ton of other props and a ton of other sports as well. MMA, WNBA, esports, NBA Summer League starting up soon. They got KBO added. Even the damn hot dog eating competition. If you're into that, Prizepicks has props available for that. So a lot of fun on Prizepicks, a lot of options you can choose from. You can mix and match sports. You can do multi-sport entries. Get over there, sign up with promo code Noah, get your first deposit matched up to $100. And another thing, if you guys want more Prizepicks plays from me, it is the first of the month, or it's kind of early on in the month, and those are always the best times to join the Patreon. If you guys have ever wanted to get more Prizepicks plays from me, I'll definitely take a look at the board again on Saturday. Saturday morning, share some more Prizepicks plays I like. I'll give a list of plays. Usually it's like 3, 4, 5 plays that I like besides the plays I give out in this video. I'll also give my favorite 2 plays overall for the day. It's a 2-pick that you can take and you can do a power with. We hit that on Friday. Hopefully we can do it again, obviously, on Saturday. If you guys want to check out the Patreon, it's linked down below in the description. You can check that out if you are interested. But let's talk through our 3 plays for Saturday slate. Again, guys, a lot of day games today. The 3 plays I'm on for today are all coming in the 4 o'clock games, 4 o'clock Eastern time. So hopefully by the time you're watching this video, you'll be able to get all these plays in. But we're going to start off with, in the pitcher fantasy score category, we're going to start off with Brady Singer. And I like the over 25.5 fantasy score for Brady Singer today. And this is all matchup based for me. Brady Singer gets to pitch against the Tigers, which is one of the best matchups you can get right now. The Tigers, if you look at where they rank this season versus right-handed pitching, they are top 10 in strikeout rate, 24.1% K rate this year versus righties, 6th highest in the league. And if you look at where their offense ranks, batting average, on base percentage, we've talked about this before in videos that, I've talked about the Tigers. They're pretty much like bottom, 2, bottom 3, if not dead last in almost every category. In terms of batting average, they have the 3rd worst batting average versus right-handed pitching this season. In terms of on-base percentage, 2nd worst on-base percentage. Slugging, they're dead last in slugging. They're dead last in OPS. They're dead last in ISO. WOBA, they're dead last in WOBA. They're dead last in WRC+. Like, the Tigers are just not that good of an offense. They don't have that good of a lineup in general. They're not a scary team to go up against. Brady Singer, he's really, he's not that great of a pitcher. He's kind of just like an average pitcher. But I think this is, in this matchup against a bad Tigers team that strikes out a lot, this is definitely a spot we can expect Singer to probably go 5-6 innings, maybe give up 1 or 2 runs, but definitely should be able to get at least 4, 5, 6 strikeouts. Hopefully he can get a win as well. I think there's a very good chance he gets a quality start. If he gets a quality start, he's almost certainly going to go over his fantasy score. So really like this play a lot. Again, Brady Singer's not a guy that, when you look at his numbers, he's not a great pitcher by any means. He's just kind of an average pitcher. But I like to target average pitchers versus the Tigers just because the Tigers are so bad. And they just, they make everyone look so good. So I like this one quite a bit. I think it's a great spot for Brady Singer. I expect him to pitch well against this bad Tigers team. And I like his over 25.5 fantasy score for today. Also like his strikeout prop. I think he will be able to get probably 5 strikeouts. If you want to take the over on his 4.5 Ks, I think that's pretty appealing too. But I think it's more likely that Singer is able to go 6 innings, get a quality start. I guess there's some chance he goes under his strikeouts and goes over fantasy score. I feel a little bit better about fantasy score, but yeah, 4.5 Ks for Brady Singer. I kind of like that over as well. But the next play is going to be another pitcher fantasy score, and this one's going to be matchup based as well. Really like this spot for Jose Urquidy, and I'm taking the over on his 24.5 pitcher fantasy score. Love this matchup for him against the Angels. The Angels are another team I've been targeting all season with opposing pitchers. They strike out a ton. They actually lead the league in strikeout rate versus right-handed pitching this season, 26.1% K rate. Now, the Angels offensively, they're better than the Tigers are. If you look at where they rank, so far this season, batting average, they're 19th in batting average. On base percentage, the Angels are, I think they're about middle of the pack. Let me see where they at. Yeah, they're 19th in on base percentage. In terms of slugging, they are, let's see where they rank in slugging. They're actually 7th in slugging. But most of these categories you look at, on base percentage, slugging, ISO, WRC+, the Angels are around middle of the pack. But their strikeout rate is very, very high. They do strike out a ton. Urquidy, very similar to Brady Singer. He's not a great pitcher by any means. If you look at his numbers this season, they're not great. He does have some alarming numbers. If you look at where he ranks in terms of average exit velocity, hard hit percentage, expected WOBA, expected ERA, those numbers are not very good. He has been getting hit pretty hard this year. But I think in this matchup against this Angels team that just has not been playing that well lately and it's been striking out a ton, this is another spot where Urquidy can just do enough and can grind his way to 25 fantasy points. If he gets a quality start, if him and Brady Singer both get quality starts, they're almost certainly going to go over their fantasy scores for today. And I think in these matchups, they definitely can get quality starts for us. And again, both these teams strike out so much, the Tigers, the Angels, that I think these guys should be able to get some strikeouts as well. And it is worth noting that, Urquidy's been pitching pretty well lately. He has struggled so far this season. He's had some rough patches. He's definitely got blown up at times. But over his last 3 starts, he has gone over his fantasy score in 3 straight starts now. Had 25 fantasy points against the Rangers, had 40 fantasy score against the Mets, and had 31 fantasy score in his most recent start against the Yankees. There's been some bad starts for Urquidy, but he's still shown some upside. He did have a 10 strikeout game against the Rangers earlier this season, had 57 fantasy points. I think in this matchup against a bad Angels team that strikes out a lot, Urquidy, he probably won't get blown up here, and if he does, then oh well. But I think he'll be able to go 5-6 innings, probably only give up 1 or 2, maybe 3 runs. He'll definitely be able to get some strikeouts here, and I think he'll be able to get us 25 fantasy score. He probably will get a win, or he should maybe be in line for a win too. I don't know what the line is on this game, but I think the Astros are favored somewhat heavily here. So yeah, I definitely like this one over 24.5 fantasy score for Jose Urquidy. And this is another one where I think if you wanted to take his strikeout prop, his over 4.5 strikeouts, I think that looks appealing as well. But again, I have a good feeling that if Urquidy gets 5 strikeouts, he's probably going to go over his fantasy score. If he doesn't get, if he gets 3 or 4 strikeouts, I could still see him going over his fantasy score. So that's why I usually like to take fantasy score over strikeouts, most times. But then the final play is actually going to be a strikeout prop. We're gonna go down to Logan Webb, and we're going to be taking the over 5.5 strikeouts for Logan Webb. If I can find him, where is he at? There he is. Taking the over 5.5 strikeouts for Logan Webb, going up against the White Sox. The White Sox so far this season in terms of strikeout rate, they actually haven't been striking out a ton. If you look at where they rank versus right-handed pitching, they're actually towards the bottom. They have a 20.4% K rate, which is actually 25th. It doesn't rank very highly. But if you look over their last 7 days, the White Sox have been striking out a lot more lately. Over their last 7 days, over the last 7 days, I should say, they're top 10 in K rate, 8th highest K rate, 24.9% versus right-handed pitching. So they have been striking out a lot more lately. And when you look at the White Sox lineup, there are some guys in here that won't strike out much. When you look at the K rates for guys like Tim Anderson, Luis Robert, Jose Abreu, like they haven't been striking out much this year. They all have K rates below 20%. But once you get to the middle part and to the bottom of this lineup, there are plenty of strikeouts there. Gavin Sheets, K rate just above 20%. Yohan Moncada, he's back, and he has a super high K rate this year. He's been striking out over 30% versus right-handed pitching. AJ Pollock, 22% strikeout rate. Sebi Zavala, 34% K rate. And it is worth noting that the White Sox right now, their projected lineup, they have 7 righties in their projected lineup. Now, is this a lineup that they're gonna run out tomorrow? I guess we'll have to wait and see. But Logan Webb has been able to get more Ks versus right-handed hitters this year. He's struck out more righties. He has a 24.2% K rate versus righties this year compared to an 18% K rate versus lefties. So if the White Sox do indeed roll out 7 righties like their projected lineup is, then I think that's even better for Logan Webb, just because he's been striking out more righties this year. He's a guy that can get Ks. So far, he has made 15 starts this year. He does have at least 6 strikeouts in 10 out of 15 starts. So he's gone over this line, in 10 out of 15 starts. Has about a middle-to-pat K rate, 21.9% K rate. Does have a good chase rate, though, so he's able to get swings and misses outside the strike zone. His whip percentage is about average. But I think going up against this White Sox team that does have some strikeouts in their lineup, we can get 6 strikeouts from Logan Webb today. He's been able to go over this line in a good amount of his starts so far this season, 10 out of 15, as we said. And I just think, maybe the top of that lineup, those guys will maybe put the ball in play, will be pesky. But I think once it gets to like the middle part and the bottom of the lineup, that's where Logan Webb should be able to get some strikeouts, with guys like Moncada, Zavala, Pollock, Sheets. Hopefully he can K those guys. But that's what I'm liking for Saturday's, MLB slate, guys. Again, there's a lot of games on Saturday. I think there's actually 17 total. We have a couple doubleheaders today. These were a couple plays that I like, taking a first look at the board on Friday night. Again, I will share some more plays that I like for today. I will share those over on Patreon. I'll give out a list of probably 3, 4, maybe 5 more plays that I like for these games. I'll definitely give a 2-pick power that I like as well. So if you guys want a 2-pick power that you can run, that I would recommend playing, I give those out every day on Patreon along with my list of plays that I'm on for the day. If you're interested in any of the Patreon content, you can check that out. Link down below in the description. But best of luck tonight, guys. Appreciate you watching the video. As always, hit that like button before you do get out of here. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. Also, check out Prizepicks. Sign up for Prizepicks. Make sure to use promo code NOAH. When you do, Prizepicks will match your first deposit up to $100 when you do sign up with my promo code. But yeah, good luck tonight, guys. Thanks as always for watching these videos. Appreciate you checking them out, and we will see you in the next one, guys. Best of luck. Peace.